guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Amber and I share things lifestyle, career, and family. And make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button, click the bell notification so you can be notified each time I make a video. And also comment down below if you did like this video, if there are ideas that you want me, topics that you want me to touch on, and I'll be sure to reply and make sure I implement those into my future content planner. So today I wanted to talk about just a few tips that I have that will help you with staying focused, specifically as a mom, while we are staying at home. And I know that there are those of you who are subscribed and that do follow me that may not be a mom, but you can either implement these into your future or implement these tips just into your life in general, even if you aren't a mom, because I feel like together this is the only way that we're going to get through this. So I am not, the video is not intended to separate anyone or anything like that. It's just as a mom, I feel that this is something that I can definitely speak on. So the first tip that I have is the importance on praying and also meditation. I do feel that starting the day off with prayer and meditation is a good way to make sure that your mind is starting off in the right space. I feel that during this time, it's easy to get overwhelmed and stressed. And so as soon as I wake up in the morning, and I posted this on my Instagram story, as soon as I wake up in the morning, there are certain things that I do, and I, reached out to some of you guys to see if you have a morning routine. But this is something that I definitely find important, starting the day off right, so that way you can then, put those positive energies out into the atmosphere so it can set the tone for the rest of the day. I don't usually make it an extensive routine when it comes to prayer and meditation. I don't feel that it has to be. If you want to, that's up to you. I just make it very short and sweet. I pray, meditate, read a devotional, and get started with my day, whether I am getting ready for work or just staying home with the kids for that day. The second item is making sure that you're finding time alone. I feel that during this time it is easy to get lost in taking care of the children, taking care of the home, and you do not have time for yourself, because there's no longer that, okay, I can go in and out of the house. No, you're in your house. And so even if you have to go out to the car and sit for a minute, go to a different room, in the bathroom, any place that you can find where you can just get a few minutes to decompress and find time alone, I think is very, very essential. I like to either sit in the car, or I will just sit in another room and just find space. I even went and stood outside for a few minutes just to get fresh air, and also just a little bit of a space with no noise. Obviously nature, but that for me is relaxing. The third item is making sure you're staying prepared. And I dropped a lot of tips in my last video when I talked about the essentials during this stay-at-home order. And so making sure that you are prepared when it comes to items, whether it's food or cleaning supplies or just things in general, staying prepared during this time is the easiest way to make sure that we are not stressed out about having to find things or search for things or go buy things. If we're already prepared, it makes this whole process a lot easier, and it makes the whole you running the home run so much more smoother. The fourth item is there something that you can be focusing on during this time? I feel like we, again, just like not being able to find alone, we get lost. Getting so focused on what's going on in the news, we get lost. Now, I'm not saying that you are not able to watch the news or anything like that. I do feel that it's important to be informed about what's going on in the world, but I don't think it's something that you need to constantly fill your head with, because I do feel like that can bring on a lot of toxicity, a lot of stress and anxiety, which is not healthy when it comes to your mental state. So I like to, I've turned off the news. Actually, I will watch it every now and then, but when this first started, I had, CNN.com up at work. I was keeping up with the updates. I was watching it when I went home, and it just was so overwhelming. My brain and my body was just so tense and so stressed that it was so hard to function. And so I had to turn it off. I do have an app on my phone that is designated for the local news here in Columbus, Ohio. So it has the world news on there too, as well as local. So I'll use that to keep up to date. It has notifications that pop up. So, I feel like I keep as up to date as possible. I really deter myself from getting my news from Facebook and Instagram, because as we know, those are not credible resources. I like to, find it for myself. The last item is allowing yourself to be okay when it comes to asking for help. During this time, obviously, we can't just run over to mom's house, run over to your friend's house, ask them to help you with something, but texting or calling them and asking for help, reaching out on your social media, asking for help. Is there, if there's something that you can't find, something that you need to do, or anything. I've seen so many people asking for recommendations on my Facebook and in groups that I'm in now. Like, it's amazing to see so many people out there that are willing to help during this difficult time. And so to wrap up this video, I hope that these 5 items are able to help you during this stay at home, as you can stay focused and try not to lose yourself in the stress and anxiety of everything that's going on during this time. So just to recap, I touched on the importance of prayer and meditation as a good way to either start or end your day. Finding time alone, just even if it's just a few minutes, staying prepared, making sure that you have everything that you need so you are not caught off guard. Well, I won't say caught off guard because we don't know, we can't predict the future, but to make sure you're as prepared as you can for what's going on. What can you focus on? Is there something that you can focus on? And I want to actually jump back to that really quick. When I talk about, I wanted to actually expand on that, I guess I should say. When it comes to focusing, is there anything that you have been wanting to start, whether it's journaling or a business or anything like that? If there's something that you can do, if you wanted to read more, if you wanted to research anything, is there anything that you can find that you now have time for, that you can take the focus off of the media and what's going on there and focus it on bettering yourself internally, mentally, spiritually, bettering your family? Try to replace watching the news and worrying about the virus and work on your self-improvement. And I promise you, it will really decrease the amount of stress, because I have done that. I have taken the stress and anxiety of what's going on with the virus, I've balled that up, I've rechanneled it into my real estate business, and that way I have been able to really push out content, really work on my marketing, really work on research and development and things like that, to where I am starting to see the rewards of that. People are reaching out to me wanting to buy a home and things like that, and I am just so grateful for that. And then being okay with asking for help if you need something. I found myself not able to leave the house on a particular weekend because during this time, obviously, we are practicing social distancing, not making unnecessary trips to the store. And I asked my mom, a couple of weeks ago when this first started, I told my husband's aunt and grandmother, as well as my mom, if one of us are out at the store, make sure we check in with each other to see if there's anything that we need. I texted my mom and I said, if you guys go out to the store, let me know because there's a couple things I need. If I hadn't have done that, I would have went without. If I would have let my pride say, no, I'm an adult, I don't need help, I wouldn't have got those things, and I would have just been sitting there. But since I did reach out to my mom, she was able to get those things. My husband was able to go pick them up. I didn't have to leave the home and expose my children unnecessarily. And so allow yourself to be okay with asking people for help, because if we don't ask, nobody knows that you need that. And so I hope that this video was educational, informative, all of those things. I hope that you enjoyed it, got something out of it. If you enjoyed this and you were able to stick around to the end, make sure you subscribe to this channel, like, comment, and hit the bell notification so you're notified. If you're in the state of Ohio and you're looking to buy or sell your home, you're looking to invest in real estate, I will leave my contact information down below. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at amber.johnson_realtor. I also am on Facebook. I have a Facebook like page, which is Amber Johnson, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Stay safe, guys, and stay home.